Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Urban Review. Urban Review is brought to you by the Office of National Drug Control Policy and through a grant from the White House, and we are the Coalition for Urban Youth and Family Development. And because we are funded through a grant partially from the Office of National Drug Control Policy, I must tell you that the thoughts and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily the thoughts and opinions of the Office of National Drug Control Policy, the Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration, or the White House. So, welcome to Urban Review, and thank you for watching us today. Welcome to a new year as we kick off our first show for the season on 2020. I hope most of you had an opportunity to see our drug-free holiday youth jam last month in December, where we featured Mr. Darren Williams as a speaker, and we also had the dynamic C-Note on as we conducted our show live last month at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church. And we really had a great experience as we were able to get a large group of young people to make a pledge to keep it real, to refuse, to explain, to avoid, and to leave areas where substances are being abused, to pledge that they respect themselves and love themselves too much to get involved with drugs, and to commit to having a drug-free holiday. And we really enjoyed using our resources to reward those young people and incentivize them to continue to live in a drug-free lifestyle. Just want to, first of all, highlight some things that are going on around town here in the city of Detroit. On January 17th from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Larry K. Lewis Education Center in the auditorium, which is located at 8200 Outer Drive in Detroit, Michigan, there will be a opioid regional town hall meeting. And you want to come in and join the discussion. This meeting, this town hall, is being sponsored by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, and you will have an opportunity to join the conversation about Michigan's efforts to address the opioid epidemic and to have your questions answered. Once again, that is on January the 17th, 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Larry K. Lewis Education Center Auditorium, which is located at 8200 West Outer Drive here in Detroit, Michigan. Another thing that we want to bring your attention to is if you are having a baby or if you have a child that is under 5 years old, the City of Detroit has a number to link you to the services that you need. And that number is 313-961-BABY. That's 313-961-2229. And that will link you to all types of virtual services, including prenatal care, parenting and childbirth classes, women, infant and children nutrition program, the WIC program. They can connect you to safe sleep education, the immunizations that you need, lead screening and prevention, if you need housing, if you need transportation, if you need information to pay your utilities, they can make you connected. And some of the other really important services that they provide are smoking cessation, substance abuse treatment and referral, and they also will provide diapers, clothing, and formula for your baby. So if you are having a child, or if you have a child that's under the age of 5 years old, the City of Detroit wants to do everything that they can to help you make sure that that child is healthy and happy. So call 313-961-BABY. That's 313-962229. And you can get the resources that you need to get help with your child. Also, if you are looking for work, then, and you are between the ages of 18 and 30 years old, and you are facing an opioid disorder, then you can call 313-595-6780, and you will be connected with Miss Delia McCullum, who is the state opioid response individual. And she is she has been hired by the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network, and they will provide you with services to help get you employed. They will help you put together an employment plan. They will help you address and face your legal issues. And even if you have limited or no work history, they will help you obtain and maintain employment. So please contact Miss Delia McCullum, Miss Delilah McCullum at 313-595-6780 or dmccullum at dwihn.org, and you will get the information that you need. Also, as you know, the Coalition for Urban Youth and Family Development meets on the third Thursday of each month, and we meet at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church, which is at 18700 James Cousins Highway here in Detroit, Michigan. So what does that mean? That means that we will be having a meeting this evening at 6 o'clock p.m. And we want you to stop by and become a member of the Coalition for Urban Youth and Family Development. Our coalition is dedicated to creating a drug-free community on Detroit's west side, specifically in the 48238 zip code area. That's the area where you have the Mumford High School. That's the area where you have Wyoming and Puritan in Indiana. That's the area where the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development is located at 15827 Indiana Street. I'm sorry, trying to go too fast, but 15827 Indiana Street is where the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development is located, and where the Coalition for Urban Youth and Family Development is operating out of. And we will be having our monthly meeting tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church. That is 18700 James Cousins Highway, right here in Detroit. And if you cannot physically make it to the meeting, please call in. And the call-in number for free is 712-770-5505. And once again, that's 712-770-5505. And the access code is 395319. That's 395319. Please call in or stop by and be a part of the discussion and help us with the efforts to create a drug-free community on Detroit's west side. And one of the upcoming events that we have coming in the month of December, the Coalition for Urban Youth and Family Development, in partnership with the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, and in partnership with Hartford Men's United, will be conducting a men's mental health and wellness summit. And we will be focusing on the 4 F's, and that is faith, family, fitness, and finance. And we're going to be having speakers and workshops that will enable us to focus on those 4 areas: the areas of faith, the area of family, the area of physical fitness, and the area of financial prosperity. And we want you to come out. That will be on Saturday, February the 29th, beginning at 8 o'clock a.m. We will have free breakfast at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church, and then we will have the Reverend Dr. Horace Shetfield will be our opening plenary speaker, and then we will have Narcan training presented by the Youth Connection, and we will be teaching individuals how to save a life, how to address the opioid epidemic. If you run into somebody that has overdosed, you will have the knowledge and the resources to be able to save that individual's life. We'll also have question, persuade, and referral training for suicide prevention. And then finally, we will have in the afternoon, after free lunch, we will have a wonderful town hall meeting where we will talk about marijuana, alcohol, and tobacco, which are all legal substances that are killing us. And we're going to have some great panelists there to discuss those issues. We also are going to have the youth there and complete a youth track. and conduct a youth focus group so we can gather some data and have a better understanding of what's going on in our community. Once again, that is on Saturday, February the 29th, starting at 8 o'clock a.m., a men's mental health and wellness summit at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church, located at 18700 James Cousins Highway, brought to you by the Coalition for Urban Youth and Family Development, the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, and the Hartford Men's United organization, men's ministry from Hartford Memorial Baptist Church. Now, I know that most of you listen to the intro of our show and the very, very catchy music that we listen to. And that song is Now is the Time, which was written by and performed by Mr. LaShawn Gary right here out of our own Detroit, Michigan. Well, we have some phenomenal news. As of today, on the Smooth Jazz Network from iHeartRadio, that tune has reached number 29 on the top hits list. And we are all a part of it and responsible for it, and we're all enjoying it. And I have our special guest, and he'll be right back with us after we have this message, Mr. LaShawn Gary. So after this short commercial break, come on back, and we'll have some great entertainment for you. Welcome back to Urban Review, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you were having an opportunity to listen to that wonderful, catchy tune that we utilize for our intro and our theme music behind this show. And that song is called Now is the Time, which was produced, written, and performed by Mr. LaShawn Gary, one of Detroit's favorite sons, right here from home. And I'd like to introduce you right now to Mr. LaShawn Gary, my friend and my frat brother. Thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Man, I'm doing great, man. It's always great to come on the show and hear the music playing. So I appreciate you using that as your theme, the opening for your show.
It is a tremendous honor, actually, to use that. And we started playing that song, 2-3 years ago, actually, in 2017. But when did you release it and actually cut that song?
Well, the record, the name of my record is, I say record was CD, Love, Peace, and Praise. I released it back in 2015.
Wow.
And then it was recognized, actually, globally last year. In 2019, and so I had never really received radio promotion, and so the first single from that record was Now's the Time, and so it's really moving up the charts. It's doing really well. I know you mentioned it before. Right now, it's on 29 on iHeart Radio, Smooth Jazz Network, and so very proud, very happy that is taking place right now.
And we're very proud of you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we know that you've got lots of projects and things going on right now around the city of Detroit and with your own career and with your group. Tell us a little bit about that. What do you got coming up?
Well, on February 3rd, I'm releasing a second single from that record, from that project. I got to say project, man, but it's entitled Love, Peace, and Praise. It's actually the title cut of the single. The single was the title cut of the CD. And so it's being released on February 3rd globally, and hopefully to do well like Now's the Time is doing. So I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited that, that the music is being recognized worldwide now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so working on that. Recently just did a project for the city of Detroit.
Wow.
If you look at YouTube, Detroit One Nation Under Groove, I had a very special opportunity to work with some young students, choir, Detroit Academy of Arts and Science. And we were able to do a remake of a George Clinton classic, One Nation Under Groove, and it is doing really, really well. You haven't seen it, please take a look at it.
So now you can just go on YouTube and put that in, or how?
Yeah, you can put in Detroit and then One Nation Under Groove, and it should come up.
Okay.
And the kids, we're a professional young group of students I had an opportunity to work with, along with Mike Ellison and Bill Bourne.
Wow.
And we did it for the city of Detroit. You have to check it out, man. It's showing our city in a very, very good light, even a lot of the landmarks of the city. And so it's really phenomenal. And it's actually went viral, so we're at over 900,000 views now.
Oh my!
Yeah,
that's phenomenal.
So it's moving.
Well, and I know that you're very proud to be associated with such a positive reflection on the city, and you have so many positive things going on. In fact, you personally, you're going to have a concert very soon, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Next Friday, January 24th, at Hope United Methodist Church. I'll be presenting some of my music from Love, Peace, and Praise, but it's a journey of my musical life, my musical journey, where I'll be presenting music of artists that inspire me musically. You know, growing up in the church, I grew up in AME church, so I heard a lot of spirituals, heard a lot of hymns, and and I hope to use improvisation to kind of improv on some of those things, but also being a product of city of Detroit with Motown and the music I heard from my siblings, and I want to kind of certain songs just stood out to me, and so I'm hoping that I can capture some of those things, but just kind of present a concert where people can sit back and enjoy, listen, and really just enjoy what I'm presenting.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, if a person wants to get a ticket and attend that concert, how do they go about doing so?
Okay, yeah. They need to go to Hope United website, Hope United Methodist Church website. I believe it's HU, or maybe Hope UMC.org, I believe.
Okay.
But if they pull up Hope United, Google Hope United Methodist Church, and tickets will be available there.
All right. And the tickets are,
I believe it's $25.
$25? Oh, man, that's a bargain.
Yeah.
Okay, so you heard that, audience. Google Hope United Methodist Church and go to the website and pick up a ticket for Friday, January the 24th, and check out our phenomenal artist, Mr. LaShawn Gary. And you have a new, this is the CD from the new release.
This is Love, Peace, and Praise. So that's the single that will be coming out on February 3rd. And so I'm really excited about that. 3rd. It just got a whole box, and that's going out to the radio stations. And get behind it. Very beautiful song, very instrumental, beautiful instrumental piece.
All right, fantastic, man. Now, what high school did you go to? We got to promote that.
Man, I'm a Detroit diehard, bro. I went to McKenzie High School.
Fantastic.
Diehard McKenzie. It was a part of McKenzie Band of Renown. I had a very influential music teacher, man, that inspired me. He was a graduate of Southern University, and so that's what led me there. So I attended HBCU, Southern University down in Baton Rouge. Participated in their marching band, the Human Jukebox, the greatest marching band ever, and I'm very excited about that right now. They just were a part of the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. They did the parade. And then they're coming to Detroit next year. Southern University and Tennessee State is going to play in a classic, Detroit Classic next year. And so my alma mater is coming and bringing the marching bands. I'm excited. My son is there. And so, that's my second home. Down
that's
in Louisiana.
Fantastic. Well, I want to let you know that those of us that come from the substance abuse prevention, treatment, and recovery community are really thankful and grateful to you for lending your music to our endeavor and to be standing behind us. And when people hear that music and hear that theme, then they are stimulated to be thinking about substance abuse prevention, to smoking cessation, to prevent underage drinking, and all of those kind of positive thoughts come to mind when people from our community hear your music and hear that theme song. And part of the reason that we picked it had a little bit to do with the title, because now is the time for us to move forward in doing positive things in our community. And we really, really are very, very pleased that you will be a part of that. And also, I knew I could come to you because you're my fraternity brother.
That's right.
And we make that part of our principles. I developed, when I developed our formula for the foundation for our Summer Youth Step Beyond program, we started with the solution in mind. And we said that what do young people want out of life? And we believe it's peace, happiness, and prosperity, or PHP. And the formula that leads to that starts off with a C, which stands for character. And then you add character and put a plus symbol in there, and then put in P for perseverance, because you can't be a quitter. You've got to be able to be resilient and to hang in there.
Exactly.
And then you add another little plus symbol, and then you go with E for education, because in today's society, without a good and positive education, you can't move forward. And then you add a U for uplift, lifting while you climb to uplift your fellow man. And so you take character plus education plus perseverance plus uplift, and you multiply that times friendship, because it's not always what you know, sometimes it's who you know.
Exactly.
And then you add that to love, because you've got to be able to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And if you love yourself, then you won't allow yourself to be abused. You won't allow yourself to abuse your own self by using substances illegally. And then last but not least, truth. FLT. And the truth, in our opinion, is the Word of God, no matter where it comes from. Exactly. If you're a Christian, it comes from the Holy Bible. If you're a Muslim, it comes from the Quran. If you're a Hindu, it comes from the Tao. But that is the essence of our program. And if you take character plus education plus perseverance plus uplift times friendship, love, and truth, you're going to get peace, happiness, and prosperity.
Wow.
And the last thing I want to do is play a little piece of your latest video that has Detroit folks in it. What's the name of it?
The name of that is Every Time, featuring Melanie Rutherford.
And so we're going to play Every Time with LaShawn Gary and Melody Rutherford.
Especially when we know what we know. Sometimes it's critical, but neither one of us wanna let it go. See, every time I close my eyes, I thank the heavens for you. I thank the heavens for you. Every time it really truly blows my mind. Every time I see truth, every time I see you. No, darling,
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Urban Review. That was Every Time by Mr. LaShawn Gary, our fun, wonderful guest that was here, and we love his music. And as we wrap up the show, we would like to leave you with the words that we always close out with, that Nelson Mandela used to keep himself motivated through 27 years of imprisonment in South Africa, and that is, out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods there be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud, and under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the minutes of the years finds and shall find me unafraid, for it matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the captain of my fate, and the master of my soul. And the one thing that I teach all of our young people as we continue to trudge on this journey of being substance abuse free and living a life of peace, happiness, and prosperity, that when you're up against some trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Plant your feet and set your shoulders, lift your chin and take a brace. And when it's veiled to try and dodge it in spite of all that you can do, you may fail, but you may conquer, so see it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerve desert you, and keep yourself in fighting trim. And if the worst is bound to happen, in spite of all that you can do, remember running from it will not save you, see it through. Even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you'll be set, but remember, you're simply facing what other men have met. So if you fail, fall still fighting, and don't give up whatever you do. Keep your eyes to the front, your head high to the finish, and see it through. Thank you for watching Urban Review.